Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Taming Games You Never Knew, the series on this channel where we explore and uncover new and upcoming monster taming games that are more obscure in nature or that have yet to be covered on this channel. This time we're doing it for July 2023. As usual, we have a pretty decent mix of monster taming titles that I think everyone will find at least one that is to their liking. So, as per the usual, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive in. Alright, so first things first, we're going to kick things off with Bloomtown, A Different Story, a self-proclaimed narrative JRPG that mixes monster taming with turn-based combat and social RPG elements into one title, with a setting being in a 1960s-esque Americana world. In this game, you're tasked with defending your cozy little town from an onslaught of invading demons, utilizing 4-on-4 turn-based combat, and the monsters you recruit along the way. The game will also feature fusion and, of course, life sim elements as expected from a title like this. The pixel art in this game does look pretty impressive, and I look forward to watching it develop further. Next on my list, we have a game that my buddy Cirque actually showed me that honestly looks pretty cool. The game in question is called Dicefolk, which is a tactical roguelite title where you have sort of a dice-based combat system utilizing different chimeras in 3-on-3 turn-based battles. This is another title with very impressive pixel art, which in this case sort of reminds me of the Dungeon Dice monsters from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters anime, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we got a game called Eleon Adventures, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, coming out for the Roblox engine, which seems like it'll be something similar to Loomian Legacy and Doodle World. I did have a chance to contact the developer for some information, and this is what they had to say. Eleon Adventures is a creature-catching adventure game on Roblox developed by a dedicated team of genre enthusiasts. Unlike most games on the platform, this project is driven by a team with over a decade of experience, having contributed to several top games in the industry. Our goal is to offer a fun, engaging game where players can capture and train creatures for an exciting adventure. The social aspect of the game is a great emphasis for us as we aim to provide players with a comprehensive experience of being part of this world, not just playing a game. For instance, we enable players to become gym leaders, building their own gyms, or even role-playing as the evil side of the story, etc., etc., etc. Next up, we have a sports-themed monster taming game, and believe it or not, I'm not talking about Beastie Ball, which, as many of you know, is currently in its Kickstarter phase, which might have come to an end. I'd have to double check on that. But this is another title dubbed Montabi, which describes itself as a life simulation monster taming game with a sports-themed twist. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of information about the game. However, by the looks of it, this will sort of be like a fighting game, at least in terms of combat, with the characters fighting not too dissimilar from something like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. I definitely think the game looks pretty cool, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Finally, last but not least, we do have a game that you might actually know just because I recently did a showcase on it, that being Synth Beasts, a real-time combat action monster taming game inspired by Pokemon, Zelda, and Octopath. This game is sort of like a 2.5D labyrinth exploration game where you utilize one monster that can absorb the data from others and transform into them, which gives you that sort of monster taming feel. Each of the monsters has their own unique ability and playstyle, and you essentially travel through each area, defeat the relevant bosses, and find your way through. The premise is really interesting too. You're basically like a test experiment that sort of broke out and are let loose to destroy everything in your path, including the scientists if you want to. I'll leave my showcase video linked below if you do want to check it out. We played the demo for a while and it was quite fun. But yeah, all that being said, another 5 monster taming games that you probably didn't know. Again, I think Synth Beasts might be the one that you're most likely to know, but just let me know, out of 5, how many of these games did you know prior to this video, and which ones are you excited for? Other than that, if you do want to stay up to date on all things monster taming, definitely subscribe to the channel for daily content. You can check out my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon linked below, and special thanks to the patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Dro Ghost, Dark Persona, Exodus, and Candy Morency, and I'll see you next time. Peace.